Welcome back. We're on day 4 of these inspirational videos. Day 4 is courage. Today's quote is, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it." Today's scripture that goes along with this theme comes out of Joshua 1 verse 9. And it says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous, for the Lord thy God will be with you wherever you go." And again, we're talking about courage and facing fears. The fear I faced is something I talked about in probably day 2. And that is when I left my job of 24 years to transition completely out of the organization I was in and into a job that was in a totally different field. There was fear there because I was doing something that I had never done as far as working. I was leaving my comfort zone. I was leaving stability that I had had for 24 years and knew that I was fairly safe on that job. Leaving that job was probably the scariest thing I've ever done for all the reasons mentioned. But I decided that I wanted to leave. I wanted the ability to do a different job, and that I had to make the hard decision if I was going to stay or go. And I decided that it was time to go, that I wanted to go. And in order to leave, I had to leave that stability, that comfort of knowing my job and stepping in something new. And my thought at the time was, if God was with me, who could be against me? Because I wanted to leave more than I wanted to stay, because I wanted to experience something new rather than experience the same thing, because I wanted to be challenged and not deal with the status quo. I made that very hard decision to leave, and I had to trust that God was going to be with me with the decision I made, that any skills I didn't have walking into the new job, that I would be able to learn them. I had to understand that it wasn't going to be perfect, but that if I worked at it, that it would all work out for me. What I took away from that is, now 3 years out from that job, probably 3.5 years out from the decision to leave my job, it was the best thing that I could have done. I have way more opportunities now. I'm doing something I actually enjoy. I have the ability to work from home some days, where before I couldn't do that because of the nature of the job. So making that very difficult decision to leave gave me freedom. I was able to triumph over my fear. The fear was there, but I worked through it. What areas do you need to have courage to triumph in, to overcome? Drop them in the comments. Thank you for joining me for day 4, where we talked about courage. Come back soon. Like and share. Please comment below what you thought of this video. Thank you for spending time with me. See you next time.